Zelina Vega, there she is. The one who pulled a heinous attack after a loss to Liv Morgan last week on Raw. Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega had a quarterfinal match to move on to the semifinals last week here on Raw in the last episode. And Liv Morgan was able to come out on top in that match, but Zelina Vega didn't take too kindly to that loss in her debut here in Universe Mode. So what did she do? After the fact, she decided, you know what? I'm going to attack former women's tag team champion Liv Morgan. So Zelina Vega is going to speak on her actions here to open up Raw this episode. So let's hear what Zelina Vega has to say. Last week, I did something that got everyone's attention. I attacked Liv Morgan. And for those of you wondering why I did it, let me spell it out for you. I'm not here to just participate. I'm here to dominate. I'm here to make a statement, to prove that I am not just another face in the crowd. Liv Morgan, a former women's tag team champion, was the perfect target to start with. She's talented, she's popular, but she's also in my way. If I'm going to carve out my path to the top, I need to take out anyone who thinks they can stand in my way. And Liv, that starts with you. Last week's attack was just the beginning, Liv. You're a stepping stone on my way to proving that I am the future of this division. And if you think for a second that last week was the end of it, you are sadly mistaken. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure everyone in that locker room and everyone watching at home knows that Zelina Vega is not to be underestimated. So Liv, I hope you're listening, because I'm not done with you. Not by a long shot. Get ready, because I'm coming for you again. And this time, I'm going to make sure you remember the name Zelina Vega. Former women's tag team champion Liv Morgan listening to what Zelina has to say, and now Liv Morgan has decided to come on out here, and she doesn't look too happy. I mean, she has that look of she is happy, but I mean, I have a feeling she's not too happy. She's already running to the ring. I already know what to expect here at this point. Liv Morgan is here to do some hurt to Zelina Vega here, and she's just going to do whatever she can to take her down with a huge hurricane run to start off. Oh my goodness, Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega making her debut in last week on Raw. I did not expect her to do those actions that she did towards Liv Morgan, former women's tag team champion. That respect is just not there for both these women. So both these women have to settle the score at some point. But Zelina Vega should be the last thing in Liv Morgan's mind, because she's moving on to the semifinals in the Queen's Crown tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, our first match of the episode will be Zoey Stark versus Iyo Sky for the semifinal spot in the Queen's Crown tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, our first match of the episode is going to be Zoey Stark going one-on-one with former women's world champion in Iyo Sky, and both these women are going to be competing for a third spot in the Queen's Crown tournament. So far we have Gigi Dolan going to the finals. We also, not finals, but to the semifinals, as well as Liv Morgan going to the semifinals, and we have two more semifinal spots available left, and that's going to be determined in this episode when Zoey Stark takes on Iyo Sky to see who's going to be going on to the semifinals to potentially compete in the finals to win the opportunity to be crowned queen, and for an opportunity for the women's world champion Charlotte Flair at any time, any place going forward in Universe Mode. But Zoey Stark first has to get through this big obstacle, in that being Iyo Sky, because Iyo Sky, she is former women's world champion. She was a dominant champion. She did a really good job in dethroning. She was the one that actually dethroned Becky Lynch in order to become the women's world champion here in Universe Mode. Zoey Stark, she has made a couple appearances here and there, and she has had some good matches so far. I mean, there are a couple she lost, a couple she won, but either way, all she's doing from here on out is just improving consistently. But on the other hand, Iyo Sky, she is former women's world champion, and if she can make it to the finals, she could very well get the opportunity to face off against Charlotte Flair for an opportunity to face Charlotte Flair at any time, any place. So if Iyo Sky can manage to win the tournament here, she could very well become a as 2-time Women's World Champion here in Universe Mode. But that's going to be a long time coming right now, because right now we have to focus on this match at hand, and that being Iyo Sky and Zoey Stark. Whoever wins this match, either way, it's going to be one hell of a match, because both these women, they are very, very well known. They have phenomenal ring work, and just seeing these two work together in one ring to determine something like this, it's going to be very, very exciting to see what's going to be happening in this match. The crowd already chanting out for Iyo Sky, which is not a surprise, because Iyo Sky is former Women's World Champion, so her getting all the all the noise from the crowd makes sense. But big crossbody, Zoey Stark starts off with a huge crossbody off the middle rope onto Iyo Sky there. Now Zoey Stark going to be going after the left arm of Iyo Sky here. So Zoey Stark, one of the things she does best is going after specific parts of the body, because her finishing maneuver, the Z360, that does a ton of damage. If she can hit that finishing maneuver, she could very well win this match against Iyo Sky. But I mean, you can never be too sure, because Iyo Sky, like I said already multiple times, she is former Women's World Champion, so she knows all the tricks in competing for the championship belt. But Zoey Stark's not going to let that get into her head. Zoey Stark's just going to focus on what she can do in order to become our next Women's World Champion, because all these women in the locker room, if y'all saw earlier, Zelina Vega making her debut last week on Raw, which went up against Liv Morgan. She was not able to make it to the semifinals because Liv Morgan was able to beat her. But the thing is about that, Zelina Vega, y'all saw earlier in this episode in the opening segment, that Zelina Vega had plenty to say towards Liv Morgan, how she's going to take over the women's division, because Zelina Vega, she's very well known as an underdog here in the WWE. But if she can get her hands on every single member of that women's locker room in the back, she could very well consider herself dominant in this women's division. But right now, Zelina Vega just has her hands full with Liv Morgan. But Liv Morgan, the thing is, when I think about Liv Morgan, she's former women's tag team champion with Raquel Rodriguez. But Liv Morgan can't be focusing on Zelina Vega right now, because both these women, Zoey Stark and Iyo Sky, if Liv Morgan makes it to the finals and has to compete against one of the 4 women in these quarterfinals, and that being Zoey Stark, big double drop kick by both women, but both not connecting. But Iyo Sky reversing Zoey Stark and throwing her into the ropes, throwing her onto the outside of the ring. And now Iyo Sky showing off what she can do, showing off to the crowd. But like I was saying, Zoey Stark and Iyo Sky, Liv Morgan, she has to focus on this tournament, because if Liv Morgan can make it to the finals, she could very well be facing against one of these two ladies here in the finals. And if she gets to that point, she has to keep her head in the game. She has to focus mainly on whoever she's going to be competing against in this finals, if she can make it that far. First, Liv Morgan has to get through Gigi Dolan. Gigi Dolan, she has been showing what she can do as well. And Zoey started playing some mind games with Iyo Sky there. Iyo Sky trying to go for a moonsault there off of the middle rope, but no, Zoey Stark was able to get out of it or get away from it so it doesn't connect. And now Zoey Stark going for a couple of strikes there towards Iyo, but Iyo Sky's not taking that lightly, going for a couple of kicks of her own, and now giving her a big, huge knee to take Zoey Stark down. And in our final quarterfinal match, we do have Rhea Ripley going one-on-one with Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez, now current women's tag team champion with Cora Jade. If Roxanne Perez could win her match against Rhea Ripley later on this episode, she could very well big cross body off that middle rope once again onto Iyo Sky. So that could be enough to take her down too. No, Iyo Sky kicks out. But like I was saying, Rhea Ripley and Rhea Ripley and Roxanne Perez. Roxanne is our current women's tag team champion, and if Roxanne Perez can get past Rhea Ripley, she could very well become a double champion and be named queen here in Universe Mode. So we start going for another move onto Iyo Sky. That Iyo Sky wisely rolling out of the ring to catch her breath here, but Zoey Stark not playing around, going for another cross body. But Iyo Sky's able to get out of the way. Zoey Stark landing face first onto the mat on the outside there. I've said this multiple times before, on the outside of the ring, that mat, if it does have padding underneath, but you still don't want to fall on those mats because it still hurts like hell. You do not want to do that. But Zoey Stark's going to keep doing whatever she can do to get past Iyo Sky, because if Zoey Stark can beat Iyo Sky, not only could she potentially be crowned queen and potentially become a women's world champion, she can say that she defeated a former women's world champion. Oh my god, another cross body from Zoey Stark. High flying maneuvers from Zoey Stark onto Iyo Sky here, and Zoey Stark showing what she can do. But like I was saying, Zoey Stark can if Zoey Stark can beat Iyo Sky, she could very well say that she beat a 4 Women's World Champion. And that can really get her some more, I guess you could say, clout, quote unquote, going forward in universe mode. But if Iyo Sky is able to come out on top, Iyo Sky, she could potentially become a 2-time champion, face off against Charlotte Flair. But when you think about it, Rhea Ripley and Iyo Sky, they have a bit of a rivalry going on. They actually had a match back at Backlash it was a Falls Count Anywhere match. Both those women had that match at Backlash, and if Rhea Ripley beats Roxanne Perez in the quarterfinal match of the Queen's Crown tournament, she could very well be facing off once again against former Women's World Champion Iyo Sky, and that's gonna be one banger of a match. Y'all saw that match that they had at Backlash. It was one banger of a match, and if they can pull that off again, make it even better, oh my goodness, that's just gonna be so much worth accomplishments for both women in Rhea Ripley and Iyo Sky. And now Zoey Stark going for the Z360. Is that gonna be enough to take down former Women's World Champion? Referee trying to get to the count of 3, 2, but Iyo Sky kicks out. Iyo Sky not letting one Z360 take her down. Now Zoey Stark there trying to go for another move there, but now Iyo Sky taking her down with a backwards Russian leg. So we try to make her tap here with a headlock here, using her legs here. But Zoey Stark going to tap out? I don't think so. Zoey Stark she'll do whatever she has to do to get past this, but Iyo Sky is going to take advantage, giving her a couple of stomps. It's not going to be able to take down Zoey Stark, and it is. Iyo Sky was able to get some good moves using that submission hold onto Zoey Stark, and just getting a couple of kicks onto Zoey Stark, and that led her to her victory. So now Iyo Sky now joining the semifinals of the Queen's Crown tournament. Who's going to be the last woman in the semifinals? Hey Bobby, glad I caught you. I just wanted to ask you something real quick. So last week we saw you watching Finn Balor in his interview, hinting that you have your eyes set on him. Can you tell us more about your intentions? Last week was just a taste of what's to come. I've been watching Finn Balor run his mouth about his reign and putting the Judgment Day to bed. But what he hasn't done is face someone like me. Someone who's hungry, who's dominant, and who's ready to take that Intercontinental Championship. Finn, you think you've dealt with the tough competitors before? You haven't faced the Almighty. And tonight, I'm issuing a challenge. I want a match against anyone in that locker room to prove that I deserve a shot at your title. And trust me, I'll make an example out of whoever steps up. Y'all heard it here, Bobby Lashley putting an open challenge for whoever so he can prove that he's worth an Intercontinental title shot. Bobby Lashley putting in that open challenge to see who's going to be coming up and stepping up against the almighty Bobby Lashley. Because Bobby Lashley, like y'all heard earlier, he wants to show and prove that he is worth an Intercontinental Championship title match against current champion Finn Balor. Finn Balor isn't here this week, but he will be back next week, and he will probably respond to what Bobby Lashley had to say in that little backstage interview with Kathy Kelly. Give a warm welcome to Kathy Kelly, by the way. We haven't seen Kathy Kelly really at all in this entire universe, but Kathy Kelly is back, or not back. She's making her debut here in universe mode. She's going to be our backstage interviewer whenever it comes to backstage interviews, any backstage promos, anything like that. Kathy Kelly is going to be here for it. But Bobby Lashley, he is out here. Bobby Lashley, known as the Almighty, he has put in quite the hurt here in universe mode. This isn't the first time we've seen Bobby Lashley. We've seen Bobby Lashley multiple times before, back in season 1. But Bobby Lashley, he is here to show and finally get an opportunity, hopefully get an opportunity at an Intercontinental Championship match. But who's going to accept the open challenge here? Oh my God, y'all. Y'all already know who this is. The monster of all monsters, Braun Strowman, answers the call here in universe mode against Bobby Lashley. Two big men versus each other, face off. And man, oh man, if Bobby Lashley can pull off a win against a big guy like Braun Strowman, that could very well prove to Finn Balor that he is capable of a Intercontinental Championship match. Because Braun Strowman, last time we saw Braun Strowman, oh my goodness, was so long ago, back at the first pay-per-view of Universe Mode, and that was Hell in a Cell in the last season. That was the last time we saw Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's been out since then, but Braun Strowman is finally back, and he accepted the call. He answered the call of Bobby Lashley's open challenge call, and Braun Strowman is here to show that he has not lost anything since he's been gone. So Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley going to be taking over the floor right now. Bobby Lashley getting ready. Braun Strowman just chilling out a little bit, knowing what's to come. Both men starting off strong. Stare down into a big clothesline to take down Braun Strowman by Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, if he can win this match, he can very well get that Intercontinental Championship opportunity. But if Braun Strowman wins this match, he could also very well get that opportunity. You never know. Because Braun Strowman, even though he's just now returned from injury, Braun Strowman can very well be the next one to go up against Finn Balor if he can win this match against Bobby Lashley. Because if you think about it, Bobby Lashley is kind of considered is considered the number one encounter here in Universe mode. So it's going to be very exciting to see what Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman, what both these men can do going in this match, because both these men are big men. Both these men are very strong. Both these men have no problem lifting each other up and dropping each other down like Braun Strowman just did on the rope just now. But Bobby Lashley going to reverse as much as he can, giving Braun a huge kick to the face. But now Bobby Lashley, he ain't playing no games. Bobby Lashley's going to do whatever he can to beat down Braun Strowman. Even though Braun Strowman is one, man, when you think about it, Braun Strowman is 1 in a million here in Universe mode. But Braun Strowman, he had quite the showing back at Hell in a Cell with his partner Ricochet for the inaugural Tag Team Championships. Even though they came short of that match, losing to the Awesome Ones, Braun Strowman and Ricochet still put on one hell of a match, one hell of a fight in Hell in a Cell back in Season 1. But Bobby Lashley already going for a pin here. Is he going to be able to take down Braun Strowman with that one move? No. Braun Strowman kicks that at 1.5. Not even giving Bobby the 2. But Braun Strowman, why is he running out of the ring? Catch his breath, get his footing real quick. But Bobby Lashley going for a big suicide dive. Dropping onto Braun Strowman right on the ground. A big elbow drop from Bobby Lashley onto the outside of the ring. And oh man, like I said before, I'll say it again. I said it once and I'll say it again. Falling on the mat on the outside. Sure, there is padding out there, but I'm telling you, you still do not want to fall on that mat because it still hurts like hell. You do not want to mess around with the mat, man. Because even though there's padding underneath, there's still cement underneath the padding. So you could very well go through the padding. Because when you think about it, both these men, they're huge guys. So if they can push through the padding, they can very well hit their heads very, very strong, or whatever part of their body, onto the cement floor. But luckily we haven't had an incident like that. But Bobby Lashley thinking about what to do. I think he was about to set up for a spear, but he decided not to. But Bobby Lashley now picking up Braun Strowman, throwing him to the corner there. And now Bobby Lashley grabbing Braun Strowman, and what's he going to do once again? Picking up big body slam by Bobby Lashley. And now Bobby Lashley climbing to the second turnbuckle here. Bobby Lashley telling Braun Strowman to get up. What does Bobby Lashley have planned here? Bobby Lashley tries to go for a spear off the turnbuckle, but no, Braun Strowman saw it coming from miles away and got away from it. And Braun Strowman using the big face buster with the knee onto Bobby Lashley. Now Bobby Lashley struggling to get back up. Bobby Lashley starting to feel a little dazed here. But Braun Strowman, he is not playing around. Braun Strowman just grabbed Bobby Lashley and threw him onto the turnbuckles there. And now Braun Strowman once again onto the opposite corner. But Bobby Lashley's not done. But Bobby Lashley is taking quite a bit of the moves right now, dropping him onto that top rope right there. Strowman, he is making one hell of a showing on his re-debut here in Universe mode after having a phenomenal match at Hell in a Cell. He is coming back strong. And now Lashley going after Braun Strowman once again with a good couple of right hands. And as the both men keep going, we're going to go on to commercial break. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all missed the last episode, we made a huge announcement because our next pay-per-view will be July 5th, 2024, and it's going to be a custom Evolution. So please be free July 5th, 2024 to check out WWE Universe Mode Evolution. Can't wait to see y'all there. It's going to be one hell of a show. If y'all are excited for the reveal of our next pay-per-view, let me tell you, it's going to be one hell of a show. Because Evolution, I'm going to explain it just slightly. Evolution is going to be an original pay-per-view show that I will be making from scratch. So it's going to be very, very fun to see what Evolution can be come July 5th. So we still have plenty of time. We still have a whole month before Evolution is released. So it's going to be very, very fun to see what's going to happen going forward, what type of matches we're going to have, what type of rivalries we're going to have, what type of storylines we're going to have going forward into Evolution. So I hope you're all looking forward to it because I know it's going to be one hell of a show. And I'm very, very excited to announce that it's going to be Evolution being our next pay-per-view. But Braun Strowman now taking control of this match. Braun Strowman now stomping all over Bobby Lashley, picking him up just to put him right back down and dropping him on the mat. Once again, like I said earlier in the episode, you do not want to fall on the outside of that mat. He went head first just now. And Braun Strowman, y'all didn't notice, he is busted open. I don't know if we missed that in the commercial break, but Braun Strowman is doing some damage, but Bobby Lashley doesn't care. Bobby Lashley, even though he's kind of dying right now, he's doing all right. Bobby Lashley getting picked up by Braun Strowman just to get put back down by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's not playing any more games, but Braun Strowman tries to go for the pin, but no, Bobby kicks out. Lashley thinking about what to do next, but Lashley can't even get back up because Strowman is all over him. Strowman is all over this match right now, taking control of this entire match. Bobby Lashley trying to get back up, but Bobby Lashley's not getting the opportunity, getting stepped on by the monster of monsters in Braun Strowman. But Bobby Lashley now finally getting back up. Both men lock up once again, now going for a huge chokeslam, and he hits it successfully. If Strowman goes for the pin here, he could very well beat Lashley, but no, Strowman's too stubborn. Strowman doesn't even care about victory. I don't even think he cares. Strowman just cares about hurting. Strowman, he is here. Strowman doing all the damage that he could potentially do. Big body slam onto Bobby Lashley just now. Now Strowman going to the top, to the middle rope here. Now telling Bobby Lashley to get the hell up. He ain't done with him. Going for a double axe handle, but no. Bobby Lashley now take control of this match. Bobby Lashley throwing him to the corner, spear in the corner just now. And now Bobby Lashley grabbing him just to drop him back on his back on the middle of the mat. Oh man, Strowman now starting to take the heat here. But Bobby Lashley, like he said earlier in that interview with Kathy Kelly, he's going to do whatever it takes to show and prove that he is worth the Intercontinental Championship title shot. But now Bobby Lashley trying to pick him up for another body slam, but no. Strowman gets him down, dropping him up with a crossbody, and a spear out of nowhere onto Braun Strowman. Is that going to be it for Strowman? No, Strowman kicks out. Lashley's starting to get a little frustrated here. Lashley's like wondering what the heck is going on. The crowd chanting "fight forever" as they should, because both these men are putting on a banger of a match. It's Bobby Lashley trying to go after Braun Strowman on the outside of the ring, but no. But now both men lock up once again. Now Bobby Lashley taking him down. Lashley, he is not done with Strowman. Lashley now going after, trying to grab his legs, but no, Strowman reverses and gives him a kick to the face. And now Strowman picking back a big face buster to the knee there. Onto Bobby Lashley. Lashley trying to figure out what to do, trying to figure out where he's at, but Lashley, he's able to get out of it, giving Strowman a good couple of punches to the gut there. And now Lashley, big DDT. Onto Strowman. Strowman getting back up, but Lashley taking it back down with a clothesline. Is that going to be it for Strowman? 1, 2, 3. Bobby Lashley wins this match, this open challenge match against Braun Strowman. Bobby Lashley has proved that he is capable. Bobby Lashley, he still has plenty more things to do in universe mode, but Bobby Lashley was able to beat one of the biggest threats here in universe mode, and that being the monsters of monsters in Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman making his return debut. We're excited to see what's going to happen going forward in universe mode. Rhea, you've been a dominant force in WWE, and now you're set to compete in the Queen's Crown Tournament. What are your thoughts heading into this prestigious competition? Queen's Crown Tournament, huh? Sounds like the perfect stage for me to remind everyone who the most dominant woman in WWE is. You see, this tournament isn't just about a crown. It's about proving that I'm the best, that I'm untouchable, and that no one can stand in my way. First up, I've got Roxanne Perez. She's young, she's talented, but she's way out of her league. Roxanne, you might think you've got a shot, but the reality is, I'm going to plow right through you. You're just a stepping stone on my path to the crown. And then there's Iyo Sky. We've been down this road before, haven't we? I beat you once, and I'll do it again. Iyo, you might be one of the best high flyers in this business, but when it comes to sheer power and will, you can't match me. I'll crush your dreams once again and send you crashing back to reality. The tournament is mine to win. I'm not just aiming to be the queen, I'm aiming to be the ruler. I will come out on top, and I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that crown is mine. So to all the women in this tournament, consider yourselves warned. Rhea Ripley is coming for that crown, and there's nothing any of you can do to stop me, because mommy is always on top. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our next match of the episode. And as you can see, it's Cody Rhodes, the WWE Champion here in Universe Mode, will be in action tonight when Cody Rhodes goes one-on-one against Ilya Dragunov. Cody Rhodes. There's only so many things to say about Cody Rhodes, because Cody Rhodes has been with us since the very beginning, finally becoming our new WWE Champion after Randy Orton. After Randy Orton was dethroned by Cody Rhodes by the American Nightmare back at WrestleMania, which was one great match. So if y'all didn't miss that, please go check out that the finale season 1 of Universe Mode, because y'all aren't going to want to miss it, because Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, they put on one banger of a match. And Cody Rhodes has been a dominant champion ever since then. He's been defending his title back and forth. He's only really defended it once so far, since we've only had one pay-per-view. But we're going to change that up soon enough to where the titles will also be defended on Raw, so don't worry about that. But Cody Rhodes, he is back in action in this episode when he takes on Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov as well has been with us for a while, but he hasn't really had too many matches. Ilya Dragunov, he has had a couple of matches here in Universe Mode, but he hasn't had a match against Cody Rhodes. So it's going to be very exciting to see what's going to happen in this match, because if Ilya Dragunov can find a way to beat Cody Rhodes in this, that could very well propel him to the very front of the line to become the next #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Because if y'all don't know, in the last episode, Cody Rhodes was having a promo in the last episode, and CM Punk interrupted his promo just to challenge him for the WWE Championship. But the thing is about that is that CM Punk said I'll challenge you for that title on his own time. So we don't know when that's going to happen, because CM Punk, he made his return ever since WrestleMania. Last time we saw CM Punk was at WrestleMania in last season when him and AJ Lee won their match against Seth freaking Rollins and Becky Lynch. But CM Punk hasn't been seen since, but he finally made his return in the last episode after Backlash. So it's going to be very, very exciting to see where CM Punk's going to go from here. But as of right now, CM Punk is not here today. But Cody Rhodes needs to keep CM Punk in the back of his mind, because CM Punk, he is very well known for his dirty tactics. So who knows, Cody Rhodes could just CM Punk could just pop out of nowhere all of a sudden and do something. But from last I heard, CM Punk was not here on site, so it's only a matter of time until we find out what's going to happen going forward between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. So until then, we need to find a #1 contender for Cody Rhodes, because we don't know when CM Punk's going to decide to cash in that challenge, I guess you could say, against Cody Rhodes. We have to find a #1 contender for the upcoming pay-per-view in a few weeks against Cody Rhodes at Evolution. If y'all don't know, Evolution is our next pay-per-view here in Universe Mode. It's going to be a custom original pay-per-view that we're going to be presenting here in Universe Mode, just to see how it goes. But Ilya Dragunov, he is ready to go. Ilya Dragunov is ready to be back in action and face off against the WWE Champion. Like I said earlier, if Ilya could win this match, that could push him to the very front of the line of the WWE Championship contendership. But Cody Rhodes starting off with a big lockup to Ilya Dragunov, dropping him right on his face. Big front suplex there. Now Cody Rhodes now giving a good couple of left hands to Ilya Dragunov here. Ilya Dragunov, if y'all don't know Ilya Dragunov, he's very well known for his NXT days, former NXT champion, and he was a dominant champion, putting that championship on the line whenever he could, and every single time retained his title. So Ilya Dragunov, he's a very good superstar to have in the running for the WWE Championship if he can get to that point. Because if Ilya Dragunov pushes his limits and gets to the point where he's so close to beating Cody Rhodes, it could very well benefit him in the end and give him that #1 contendership at any type of pay-per-view going into the future of Universe Mode. Because like I said before, as CM Punk is not here, and CM Punk, where he has to wait till CM Punk decides to cash in his challenge to Cody Rhodes, we need to find a new #1 contender for Cody Rhodes. So we're going to have to take care of that probably next week or the week after, where we have a #1 contendership match to determine Cody's next opponent, because we don't know when CM Punk's going to decide to make an appearance again, because CM Punk loves to come to work on his own time. So big hip toss by Cody Rhodes. What's going on here? Cody Rhodes, a couple of kicks to the what? No, there's no way he's here. No. CM Punk, is he here? No. Of course, it's always something when it comes to these championship matches and rivalries. There's always some type of distraction that occurs, and it could really not devalue, but it could really push harm onto whomever it's towards, and that being Cody Rhodes, because now Ilya Dragunov is now in control of this match. Big senton to Cody Rhodes, and Ilya Dragunov getting ready for his finishing maneuver here. Is he gonna be able to get it? Ilya Dragunov, he does get it. Ilya Dragunov putting in all his power into that move. Is that gonna be enough to take out the WWE champion? No. Cody Rhodes is not going to let a distraction take him down. Cody Rhodes is much better than that. The crowd chanting "Fight Forever" as they should, because both these men are putting on an amazing match. Especially when Cody Rhodes is in a match. Cody Rhodes' matches tend to always be amazing. But Cody Rhodes now getting a crossroads out of nowhere onto Ilya. Is that going to be it for Ilya Dragunov? Referee had a count of 1, 2, but Ilya kicks out. Oh man, Ilya is putting up a fight here in Universe mode. Ilya Dragunov really wants to win this match to get close to beating Cody Rhodes, because like I said before, if he can, he could very well move to the front of the line. But Cody Rhodes going for a huge suicide crossbody onto Ilya on the outside of the ring, and now Cody Rhodes chanting to the crowd, "You want to see something cool?" And Cody Rhodes giving a good couple of chops to Ilya here. Now throwing Ilya back into the ring. No. Throwing him onto a barricade with a huge elbow drop to boot. Oh man, Cody Rhodes putting on a main event caliber match, because Cody Rhodes, if y'all don't know, Cody Rhodes is very well known for his matches. Cody Rhodes always tends to put on a banger match, always tends to put on a main event worthy match. Even though this isn't the main event of the episode, Cody Rhodes is making it main event worthy, because Cody Rhodes is putting up one hell of a fight and a huge elbow drop from the top turnbuckle onto Ilya Dragunov, but it's not going to be able to take down the Dragon. No! Ilya kicks out. Oh man, it's going to be very this match is one doozy of a match. So I'm enjoying this match, but Ilya Dragunov now taking control, but no, Cody Rhodes is able to get out of it, taking control once again. Cody Rhodes, a huge clothesline onto Ilya Dragunov. Now Ilya Dragunov getting taken down with a running bulldog by Cody. Cody now cranking the neck of the dragon, Ilya Dragunov. But Cody Rhodes, if he can win this match, he can just prove himself that he doesn't need to put his title on the line. He knows how to fight. He knows how to wrestle. He knows how to have a good match. And that's going for a huge suicide crossbody once again. But Ilya Dragunov gets out of the way. But Cody Rhodes, like I was saying, Cody Rhodes is here for the fans. Cody Rhodes wants to do whatever it takes to make the fans happy, make the fans glad that they paid a ticket to come see this match, or come see this show today. But Cody Rhodes, even though his title is not on the line, Cody Rhodes just loves putting on these matches for everybody in attendance. And Cody Rhodes not taking control of this match, going for a lockup there, now grabbing Ilya Dragunov, taking him to the rope here. And now Cody Rhodes going for a move here, using the ropes to his advantage, using the ropes to hold Ilya up to give Ilya a good kick to the gut there. Now Cody Rhodes going back onto the outside. What's Cody Rhodes going to go for? Going back to the top turnbuckle. He's going for a moonsault here, and he hits it. No, he doesn't. Ilya gets out of the way. Ilya now grabbing Cody Rhodes for a vertical suplex. Oh man, both these men putting on a great match. Ilya Dragunov, Cody Rhodes, Ilya Dragunov. What I've seen from Ilya Dragunov, both men going at it, but Ilya Dragunov has been putting banger after banger every single time he has a match here in Universe Mode. He has been putting on phenomenal matches, and he just keeps doing that with this match against WWE Champion and Cody Rhodes. But both men going back and forth with each other, not wanting to stop, but Cody Rhodes is like, nah, this is it, no. And now Ilya busting Cody Rhodes on, both men busting each other open, both men bleeding. Now Cody Rhodes struggling to get back up, using the ropes to pick him back up, but Ilya Dragunov going for a big couple of forearms to the back of the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, and now going for a big right hand in the corner, and now trying to go for a couple of kicks, but Cody Rhodes says no, gets out of it. And now Cody Rhodes, what's he going to go for here? Cody Rhodes trying to get up to the second turnbuckle there, but no. Ilya Dragunov picks him up. What goes up must come down. Oh man. Ilya Dragunov, these matches that Ilya Dragunov pulls off out of nowhere, it's just goes to show you how much she loves the sport, how much he can do. Is that gonna be enough to take down a WWE champion? No. Almost 2.5, but Cody Rhodes is able to get out. Is Cody Rhodes gonna be able to put the nail in the coffin in this match? Cody Rhodes gonna end it with a pedigree. Is that gonna be it for the Dragon, the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov? 1, 2, 3, and it is. Cody Rhodes is not gonna let a distraction ruin his match here. But that just makes you wonder what's Cody Rhodes thinking about CM Punk. He has to keep CM Punk on the back of his mind because he doesn't know when CM Punk's going to come back into play. But big congratulations to Cody Rhodes for winning his match. We can't wait to see more from the American Nightmare. Last week, we took down the Bloodline. We showed the world that DIY is back and better than ever. But that was just the beginning. We didn't come back to just win one match. We came back to dominate the entire tag team division. That's right. The Bloodline was a statement, a message to every team out there. We're not here to play around. We're here to climb to the top and take what's ours. And what we want, what we deserve, are those tag team championships. We know the champions are watching. Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, you guys have those titles, but how long can you hold on to them? How long before DIY comes knocking on your door? We respect what you've done, but understand this, we're coming for those belts. We're not just looking for a shot, we're looking to prove that we are the best tag team in the world, and to do that, we're going to keep taking on any team that stands in our way. One by one, we'll knock them down until there's no one left but the champions. To the entire tag team division, take notice. We're not stopping. We're not slowing down. We're going to keep fighting, keep winning until there's no choice but to give us that opportunity. And when that day comes, when we get our shot at the titles, we will not be denied. DIY is here to stay. We're here to win. And we're here to become the next tag team champions. So champions, keep those belts warm because it's only a matter of time before they belong to us. It's time for the last quarterfinal match of the Queen's Crown Tournament. Rhea Ripley goes one-on-one with Roxanne Perez coming up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the episode. Oh man, it's going to be a very exciting match. One half of the women's tag team champions, Roxanne Perez, is going to go one-on-one with the bloody Rhea Ripley. Roxanne Perez hasn't had a challenge quite like Rhea Ripley. But if Roxanne Perez can win this match against Rhea Ripley, that means that Roxanne Perez will be going on to the semifinals of the Queen's Crown Tournament to face off against Iyo Sky. The match we had before in this episode was Iyo Sky going one-on-one with Zoey Stark to move on to the semifinals, and Iyo Sky, former Women's World Champion, came out on top and is moving on to the semifinals. Cora Jade is right by her partner's side here in this match. So it's fair because you already know that Rhea Ripley tends to always come out with her dirty Dominic Mysterio with her Latino heat. So it only makes sense that Roxanne Perez has her partner here to help her out. But Roxanne Perez, even though this is one of the toughest challenges that Roxanne Perez has encountered in her career, she is still going to show that she is more than capable of becoming the queen of the ring. Because if Roxanne Perez, Women's Tag Team Champion, can win this match and get the opportunity at any time, any place for the Women's World Champion, and that being Charlotte Flair, that could make her a double champion with the Women's Tag Team Championships and the Women's World Championship. So it's only a matter of time until we find what's going to happen. But Rhea Ripley, we haven't seen her in action in a while. The last time we saw her in action was at Backlash. So we had a couple episodes since then. But Rhea Ripley, she is here for some more action. She is here with her Latino heat in Dominic Mysterio. So it's going to be very exciting to see where this match goes and what's going to happen going forward in this match, going forward into the Queen's Crown Tournament. because Rhea Ripley, if she can come out on top, she has had multiple title opportunities against former women's world champions, and she always came short of the matches. But if she can win this match and get a match at any time, any place of her choosing, that could very well benefit her in the long run. So it's only a matter of time to see what happens going forward with Rhea Ripley. If Rhea Ripley can win this match, it's going to be one easy street, because she said earlier in the episode in her promo backstage that she's going to plow right through Roxanne Perez. And if Rhea Ripley can beat Roxanne Perez, she'll be going up against Iyo Sky, and both those women have gone up against each other already before at Backlash in a Falls Count Anywhere match, and Rhea Ripley came out on top in that match. And like Rhea Ripley said earlier on in the episode, mommy's always on top. So that's how she's going to do. If she can do that and keep that going forward in that mentality of hers, she could very well become the queen of the ring, along with the winner or the next number one contender for the Women's World Championship. We do have to determine a number one contender for Charlotte Flair, current Women's World Champion. We haven't seen Charlotte Flair since Backlash, but she should be back in the next couple weeks. But we need to find a new number one contender. We might have a number one contendership match either in the next episode or the following episode to determine who's going to be the next opponent for Charlotte Flair, because Charlotte Flair, her last opponent that she faced off against was Bianca Belair at Backlash, and Charlotte Flair came out on top in that match. And Roxanne Perez already went for a pin. They're trying to end it early, but no, Rhea kicks out of it. But now Roxanne Perez going for a couple of right hands to Rhea Ripley, and now throwing Rhea Ripley onto the ropes with a huge drop kick, single leg drop kick onto Rhea Ripley, taking down the bloody Rhea Ripley. They call her the Nightmare. But Rhea Ripley's going to do what she has to do. Big fireman's carry there to take her down. I saw Cora Jade just now trying to grab a baseball bat to give to Roxanne Perez, but no, she throws her right back down because she knows that the ref was looking her way. And if Cora Jade did that, she would have been kicked out of the arena quicker than you can say Penny. But Roxanne Perez using her height to her advantage, using the bottom two ropes to get away from Rhea Ripley's attack there. But now Roxanne Perez going for a huge suicide cross body onto Rhea on the outside of the ring. Roxanne Perez trying to go for a couple more right hands onto Rhea Ripley, but Rhea Ripley gets a right hand of her own, and now taking down Roxanne Perez with a huge spear to take her down to the ground. Referee had a count of 3 already, but Rhea Ripley already giving a good couple of stomps onto Roxanne Perez. Now choking out Roxanne Perez just barely, but Roxanne Perez seems to be getting out of it. Roxanne Perez powers through, and she's able to take down Rhea Ripley. As some people may say, Rhea Ripley is. People tend to think that Rhea Ripley is the quote-unquote leader of the Judgment Day, especially after Finn Balor was kicked out after letting the Intercontinental Championship power get to his head. So if Rhea Ripley is considered the leader of Judgment Day, I mean, as they say there's no leaders in Judgment Day, but if she is considered the leader, if she does get this opportunity against Charlotte Flair, big frog splash but misses on Roxanne Perez taking advantage, but Rhea Ripley is able to take advantage right back and take control of this match once again. But as I was saying, Rhea Ripley, if she can win this tournament and get the opportunity and potentially win the Women's World Championship, she can't let that championship get to her head, because if she does, I mean, it's only going to make it even more uncomfortable with the Judgment Day, because Judgment Day, they're kind of running on fumes, if we're being completely honest. JD McDonough, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, we haven't really seen them get together that often lately. It's mainly just been Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio together. But hey, I guess it's only a matter of time until we find out what's going on with the Judgment Day. Hopefully we'll find out soon enough. But big lock between both women on the outside. Cora Jade telling Roxanne Perez, "Come on, you gotta play dirty here if you want to win." Roxanne Perez is a bit uncomfortable playing dirty, because Roxanne Perez is known to be like quite the superstar, quite the role model, I guess you could say. Rhea Ripley taking her down with the suplex, but the referee is distracted with the turnbuckle. She can be able to pin Roxanne Perez like this. Dude, no. Roxanne kicks out at 1.5. So Roxanne Perez still needs to get used to this new act of hers. I mean, she was able. Oh my God, Rhea Ripley's already going for a riptide. Is that gonna be enough to take down the women's tag team champion? 1, 2, 3. No, 2.5. Roxanne Perez kicks out. But as I was saying, Roxanne Perez, she's trying to get used to this new, I guess, version of herself, going for a comeback here onto Rhea Ripley. But who knows? Once again, using the bottom two ropes to her advantage to get a huge lariat going. And now Dominic Mysterio grabbing the turnbuckle to take it off. And now Roxanne Perez is going for the pin here onto Rhea Ripley. Is that going to be enough to take her down? 2. No, Rhea Ripley kicks out. So Roxanne Perez needs to decide whether or not she wants to play dirty or whether or not she wants to stay the way she is. Because, I mean, if you think about it, Roxanne Perez and Corey J, they won big arm drag. They won those championships dirty against former women's tag team champions and Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and attacking both women on the outside of after each match or in their matches that they had with each other with one another. They took them down. But I mean, I don't know. But Roxanne Perez needs to get used to this new mentality if she wants to keep being a dominant champion, a dominant superstar here in the women's division. But Rhea Ripley is levels above Roxanne Perez. But no, even though I just said that, Roxanne Perez made me eat my words. Roxanne Perez going for a huge pop rocks. It's not going to be enough to take down the leader of the Judgment Day. No, Rhea Ripley not even giving her the 1.5 count. Kicks out at 1. But Rhea Ripley getting taken down. Another clothesline by Roxanne Perez there. Now Roxanne Perez a good kick to the back of Rhea Ripley. Once again with another kick to the back. Roxanne Perez telling the crowd, what should I do next? Now Roxanne Perez trying to determine what exactly she wants to do. Oh no. No, Dominic Mysterio is getting involved. Dominic Mysterio is distracting Roxanne Perez. That's giving Rhea Ripley the time to get up and get ready to attack Roxanne Perez, which does perfect amount of time that Rhea Ripley needed to get back up. But Rhea Ripley trying to take advantage, reverse Roxanne Perez after getting thrown into the ropes, and Rhea Ripley trying to grab Roxanne, but no, Roxanne uses her quickness to get underneath Rhea Ripley, but Rhea Ripley taking her down with a huge right hand, and now Rhea Ripley with a huge forearm to the back of Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez once again using the bottom 2 ropes to her advantage here, but no, Rhea Ripley's able to catch it this time, and now Rhea Ripley dragging Roxanne Perez into the corner here. Now Rhea Ripley just grabbing her electric, no, not electric chair. Oh my God, just dropping Roxanne Perez. But now Rhea Ripley going up top. Is this going to be it for Roxanne Perez? A huge frog splash. The referee is distracted once again with that turnbuckle pad. But is he going to be able to make it on time? Roxanne Perez is her. Is she going to be able to kick you out? 2, 3, no. Rhea Ripley moves on to the semifinals of the Queen's Crown Tournament. Thank y'all so very much for watching this episode of Universe Mode. If you like to hit that like button, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Become a roaster today. We'd love to have you in our community. Anyways, guys, thank y'all so very much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in the next episode.